Hi guys, just want to come on here and do a quick little tutorial on how I have been wearing my charms on my planner, and just to show you what that's been looking like. So I have my charms that I've bought and I put them on a Simply Gilded keyring, and this way you can move them on and off of the key ring, and I just think it's a little bit more durable. So I just want to show you how I've been doing that. So what I have here is just a scrap piece of leather, and I'm just going to cut this down. And believe it or not, I use my paper cutter to cut it. So I want to make mine probably about 3/4 of an inch. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And my, it actually cuts really well, as you can see here. Like a super straight line here. So I'm going to make this about, let's see what that looks good at. Maybe a little more than 1/2 inch. Yeah, that looks good. So now it looks something like this. Now I know that my planner length is 7 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that to 7 inches and cut it down. And I could have done this, obviously, on my cutter. So now I have something like this. And I kind of like to round out the edges a bit on this, so just going to curve it with my scissors, nothing fancy. There we go. And to the other side. And kind of like that. And then I have my hole puncher that I use for everything. This is a We Are Memory Keepers crocodile, I think it's called. And I'm going to punch a hole on this side and this side. There we go. And I just feel like it's more durable than a string. It sits nice and flat in your planner. And this is like a blush pink Milk Shop. Lena gave this to me, some leather. So I'm just crafting with it right now. And I really love this keyring, but I think I'm gonna let go of the bunny, maybe keep the boba and the bow and the rainbow. And on my other set is all like mythical and celestial and mermaidy stuff, and this I think is just going to be cutesy and pink stuff. So I'm going to take some pliers. So I have some needle nose, some round pliers, and then I just have these kind of pliers, and they usually come in a set. I've had these for years and years and years. So I'm going to take this guy off. And that off there. And I'm going to keep this little key ring here. And I'm going to put it on here. And attach it back on to my key ring. There we go. And I will latch this guy back on. Hope you guys can see that. Okay, so now it looks something like that. Now I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to attach this to the top of the leather band. And their jump rings on these key rings are super durable, so try to use the ones that come with the keychain instead of sourcing them yourself, because these ones are super heavy duty. All right, I'm gonna put that on there, close that up. All right. Cool. So now it looks something like this, and that actually looks pretty darn cute. Okay, so like just for a sample here, just gonna open up a B6 that I have. I'm not currently in this setup, but just so you can see, just gonna attach this onto my elastic here at the top and see how that sits nice and flat there. It's out of the way. And then when I'm planning or I'm, you know, flipping through and I just want to get this out of the way, I can just put it out the way. So just to show you how that's going to sit in there. All right, so I'm going to take these off. Okay, just to show you so far how that's going to be. Okay, so here I have some 22 gauge wire. Sorry, it's super messy. And I'm gonna cut about maybe, you know, I would say these are about 4 inches or so. And cut as many as you need for all of your charms. These are some charms that I just got. And I am going to take them off of the string here and put them on a wire, so that way I can put them on my keyring. Okay, so I kind of like to remember the order in which I got them because I like the order in which they're strung when I get them. So I'm just gonna cut that, and you know, I'll probably reuse the string for something else later down the line, so I'm not gonna throw that away. So I'm just gonna take that off and take these off. All right, so I'm gonna take the heart and I'm gonna put it through, and I'm going to connect those two at the top, so it's like this. And with the 22 gauge wire, it's thin enough to go through most beads, so you shouldn't have a problem inserting them even with a double wire. So insert that through, then the next one through, oops, and the last one. All right, so now we have that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my straight plier and I'm going to make a right angle. So now it looks something like this. Then I'm gonna take my round nose plier and I'm gonna scoot it all the way up to the top. So that way I'm getting the widest part of the round nose plier. And curve around it. Scoot the plier down a little bit. Curve around there. So now it's looking something like that. And I like to transfer it to my left hand because I'm right-handed. And then I'll take these remaining wires and I'm going to twist them around till they kind of disappear. So here we go. All right, well that's pretty secure. I'm gonna take it off. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just gonna tuck those wires in. Oops. Go. All right, so Now that's all, the wires are all tucked in. It's on a wire, it's not going anywhere. You can't cut it off. I'm gonna get my key ring and I'm just going to basically just put it on the key ring, easy as anything. And of course I have nails, so that's gonna be difficult. And that's it. I'm just gonna scoochie this on up the key ring. There we go. All right, and then I will do another one. So like, excuse me. So say you have a bead that's like this, and what's different here is the heart. You can kind of go through the whole heart and then go through all the beads. But with something like this, if you just put the wire through, it's gonna come out the other end. So you're gonna have to make like a little stopper. Now you could use a head pin, but that's extra shit you gotta buy. Like, we're not trying to do all that. So I usually make the head pin myself. So what I do is I take the needle nose pliers, and on the skinniest part, I am going to twist the wire around twice. So now it looks something like this. So I've wrapped it around twice. Now I'm going to angle up. So that's up. Gosh, I'm hoping this is focusing here. Okay. And then I'm going to take that wire with the hole in it. I'm going to put that wire through. So that way it kind of makes a little head pin. And I'm sorry that my nails are in the way and I'm wearing lots of rings. It's really a distraction, but I have to be me in these videos, and a big part of me is these nails. Okay, so I'm just gonna make that as flat as I can. All right, let me show you the finished product here. So that is now a head pin, and now the bead's not going to fall off of that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this bead on here. So now that's not going anywhere. And same thing, I'm going to do a little right angle, take my round nose pliers on the widest part, so that's the way it's going around the key ring. And since this is a single wire, I can kind of wrap it with just my fingers. So now it looks something like that. I'm going to cut off the excess. And I'm going to secure all of that. Make sure that the wires are not poking out. Cool. And then also at the bottom, you also want to make sure there's no wires poking out of there too. Make it nice and safe. Okay, and now I'm going to put that on the key ring. There you go. So far we have my heart, this, and that. And then I also have a little key ring, a little key that it comes with here. So I'll do pretty much the same thing that I've been doing. And this one, it really doesn't have a place to put a hole. It's just kind of like an open bar. So if you have like a finding that doesn't have a hole, it just has like a little place where you could insert the wire. What I like to do is take my needle nose pliers and kind of do one of these numbers. When I take this out, you'll see there's a loop like that. I'm just going to put this through that loop so that way it hangs nice. Charms always look good when there's movement, so you want movement. You don't want it to be stiff. Okay, so now I have that, and I'm just going to kind of give it a couple of twists and straighten it out. So now I have movement because it's I rounded out that wire for that to kind of move around. Okay, Next thing, I'm going to angle, put it on my round nose pliers, curve it around, move this, and wrap that around the hole, cut off excess wire, and I will tuck these guys in and string them on the key ring. Easy peasy. All right, so I've strung all of my charms onto a wire and put them on the key ring, and they turned out super cute. I did add one of the charms that was on the Simply Gilded key ring initially, and I stuck it on here so I would have kind of like the dangly bow in the center of the heart. And I thought that was cute. And now all of my charms are on here and they're super durable. They're not going anywhere. I don't have to be afraid of like the string breaking. And I just think it looks really good. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.